That belongs in a museum.
Yeah, that wizard is going to come down. And just going to see another ping, just reduce health just a little bit. Very straightforward turn. Probably the shortest turn we've seen so far in this series from Napoleon.
Yeah, not a lot of thinking to have to do there. And Napoleon still not quite enough damage in hand. Alexstrasza could reduce Sidonia to 15 health. He would have 17 with armor. Napoleon needs to pick up one more burn spell still. So the Roaring Torch from the Forgotten Torch would be really nice. He's got the second Fireball, second Ice Lance, second Frostbolt still. So he has an abundance of options.
Yeah, I like this play. The Cthulhu plays around the Flame Strike, which Napoleon had pretty clearly telegraphed that he had. So that and the Ice Lance does do a good job of mitigating his total damage he can do.
Yeah, he has to protect his block this turn. It's very important. And Sidonia does have 8 damage from either the Ragnaros or the Druid of the Claw, plus the swipe. That Ragnaros off the top. And I'd actually said it before, you know, something that makes this Cthulhu Druid really great against the Freeze Mage is the potential of this Ragnaros. You cannot freeze the Ragnaros effect, and in combination with the hero power, Napoleon's block is going to be popped exactly what he didn't want it to be. He does have second block in hand, but that's going to slow him down just a little bit.
Man, so much burn now being committed. You know, these days, Antonidas is not in this deck anymore, so the ability to just generate a lot of fireballs is no longer there. So Napoleon has committed a lot of burn to dealing with that board, which, you know, he absolutely had to do.
He's essentially given up his prior game plan, and Sidonia just has lethal here. He has Druid of the Claw in charge plus swipe. He could have played both Druid of the Claws. It just wasn't enough for Napoleon. Even giving up that burn, just Hail Mary play that did not work out in Sidonia. And that Deadly Shot getting really nice value, going to be able to take out Emperor Thaurissan. Napoleon picks up some more draw, but is going to be able to, just Blizzard this board, freeze it up, can't take another 7 damage from Savannah Highmane. It's just too much for him.
Yeah, we see Pyroblast in hand, we see Roaring Torch, Alexstrasza is there, and I think the last few turns, Sidonia keeps drawing these cards which are basically just not beast minions. And he'd like to be pushing more things on the board, but he's getting, you know, kill commands, Eagle Horn bows. So I actually, let's see here. Napoleon will have that Alexstrasza available to him. Yeah, I gotta say, looking at this board right now, I am prepared to be wrong, as I so often am. But I feel like this is actually pretty even, because Napoleon can freeze the Savannah Highmane for another turn, or even just kill it.
Napoleon is definitely looking for Ice Block. I think that's priority number 1 here. He's definitely picking up damage. With Alexstrasza, Roaring Torch, and Pyroblast, he has the 15 he's going to need following the Alexstrasza, but unfortunately it's over 3 different turns. So at this point, he just needs to pick up cards. All right, there's Fireball. So now if he were to just play Fireball, Roaring Torch, and then Pyroblast the following turn, there's the Ice Block. All right, so now he's got a little bit more time. Unfortunately for him, even if he chooses to freeze the Highmane this turn, Sidonia has 5 damage from Kill Command, 3 from the Kodo, and then 2 from Steady Shot, which 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exactly the health that Napoleon has. So his block is not going to be safe.
Yeah, we saw a reaction from Napoleon. I'm afraid, you know, Napoleon feels like he might have possibly made a mistake there. But looking at what Sidonia has now, he draws that Unleash the Hounds, and isn't really going to get a whole lot of use, unfortunately, against this 1/1. So kind of has to wonder how much he wants to invest against a potential Alexstrasza.
At this point, Napoleon is most likely thinking about Alexstrasza himself. He has quite a bit of damage in hand that if he's able to just Alexstrasza himself and then live a couple of turns, he could be able to burn down Sidonia from, 27 health is certainly a lot, but combined with an Alexstrasza attack, it's certainly possible. So unfortunately, there's still the problem of that Savannah Highmane on board.
Yeah, you said it earlier. That Savannah Highmane not getting dealt with.
15 he needs. Second Ice Block. Okay, that's gonna buy him another turn. But question is, will it still be enough? Napoleon definitely looking like the nerves are getting to him a little bit, and certainly understandable. This is a huge, huge game.
Yeah, I mean, you get all the way to this point, and for someone who is as passionate as he is about proving he's one of the best players, hard to not be a little bit upset when you're facing down a situation like this.
That's it, Rob.
That is going to be it.
That's going to be it.
Sidonia is going to close this out, and he is going to be moving on to the grand finals of the America Spring Championship.
Wow, Napoleon just taking that risk, hoping with every fiber of his being that Sidonia didn't have 1 damage from hand, but unfortunately for him, Sidonia had more than 1 damage in hand. And Sidonia, your pick to take it all, Rob, is going to be going to the grand finals.
Yeah, I'm excited for Sidonia, but at the same time, it's one of those things where I know